Father, Mother, hello. I hope things are to your satisfaction. You are likely doing just fine without me around, but Raisha says I should write. Raisha is the char on board, and they are a Ketra, like me. They are nice. Do not expect grandchildren from this compliment. I am well, largely unharmed since that day in the storm. They find me useful. I do my best to quell my temper until it is necessary to not. Gracia has taken on to helping me tame the storm. Our captain is rough and unfair at times, but for the most part things stay civil. I do worry about their recent obsession, but I am sure things will turn out fine. Should it not? Well, I have learned a lot of what I am capable of. I will not be shy about imparting this knowledge onto others. Your child, Izuesco.
Dear Vesh, I know that you're doing well and everything's fine, but I really miss hearing your voice. We're heading out for a raid soon, and already I can hear the whispers of your words in my ears. Don't look smug about that, troublemaker. I don't know if your way is the better way, but it does seem to be a different way. When you get back, tell me about it, okay? Love, Shale.
Clutch mate Selnari. These words scratch like dry leaves, but we write them out anyway. The waves of green still do not hold us, but here in the creaking wood of this ship, something old and glowing crawls, and it hums like home inside our chest. We do not name it, but it sees us, soft and strange, like webs that do not break in the wind. Our legs still shake on these planks, not made for us, but we stay. We follow it, even if the rest of us stays lost. Drone Skell.
Hello, everyone. Wow, that was weird. The letter kept going. I hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday or whatever day or night of the week you're watching. Thank you for being here. It has been a long, long time since we played this game. We've been doing other things, cooking, playing lots of games, touching grass, not touching grass. But we are back to sail the wild waves once more. How's everyone? Everyone good? Everyone happy, healthy?
Fantastic, yeah, feeling good.
Pretty good?
Wonderful.
Yeah. This will be a little bit of a reintroduction because we've had such a long time off and we're all getting used to things. So if I mess up something horrible as the GM or players forget something or someone sounds a little bit different because I can't do the accent anymore, please forgive me, everyone. It
Forget
has
what you
been
knew.
4 months IRL since we played this game. But just a few announcements before we get started. We have a lot of games going on. It's a lot of good things happening in the Magi world right now. Tomorrow we have Heirs of Honor back again, which is Cosmere
Not Wednesday.
RPG.
Not
Sorry,
tomorrow.
not
Thursday.
tomorrow. Thursday. Sorry, I was thinking
Thursday.
today is Wednesday. Thursday is Heirs of Honor. Friday is Blood Money. And then we have Spirit of the Pack on April
next Friday.
4th, on the following
Yeah.
Friday, while Blood Money is off. So,
Yeah.
a lot of things happening. I'm sure more to come. It's been really fun not being a GM for a while, but I'm back in the chair and ready to go. And if you would like to talk about our games or the wonders of California, how much LA sucks, you can do that in our Discord. If you know, you know. Discord.com/MagiRPG. You can also tell us if you're going to Darkness Emergent, because that was coming up as well in our Discord. We talk about a lot of stuff. You can talk about how Moonshine is the best Deadlock ship. That's Celeste and Silver.
Ooh, that's good.
It's good, right? It's good.
That's
It's
good.
canon,
I like-
actually.
What? Well, we can't talk about this right now. I'm thinking about it.
There's lots of art out there, Momo.
Oh
eat
my
your heart
God.
out on that one.
I love lesbians.
So, and also if you want to watch all the episodes of this show or any of our other shows, I know that it's been a long time off, and some of you might be, what is this show? YouTube.com/MagiRPG has all the episodes so far. I tried
Wait a minute. Who are you? Sorry, go on.
I try to let the letters set the tone. I started them a bit late, so we didn't get through them all. I'm rusty, but they kind of set the tone for what the game is about, what we've been through. And I made a little letter that was kind of recapping what we've been through so far that I'll play a little bit into this episode. But I think that's all we got. I see Tracy in chat. Tracy, let me know how I'm doing. Did I forget any announcements? Anyone, did I forget any announcements? Any new shows that
Tracy, rate him 1 to 10.
Yeah, give me from Craig to Tracy. Where do I fall on the scale? You know.
Damn, is Craig the
Wow,
why is Craig the
Craig's
bottom?
one? Or
Damn.
that's crazy.
Damn.
Craig actually isn't the bottom. Just Craig thinks he's the bottom. For some reason, he thinks he's terrible at this stuff, but he's great.
No, Craig's the top.
Yeah. Okay, you guys ready? You guys ready?
Hell yeah, buddy.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. We've got an intro.
You got me so bad, you make it all slow down, not getting closer, you're killing me. You thought it's over, I'm waking alone now, not getting closure. I knew that it was seconds from you losing me, but I just couldn't give it up. And all the time you said you wanted me, when you know we don't get along like we used to. Went along with everything you said and done for me. You'll never love me now, but you'll never know. You got me so bad, you make it all slow down, not getting closer, you're killing me. You thought it's over, I'm waking alone now, not getting closure, you're feeling me. So done running around, I'm so done looking for love, don't call me. So done running around, I'm so done looking for love so blindly.
Got sidetracked.
We did.
Oh God, sorry. I just lost. I lost my music.
Music.
It's
It's
all right.
okay.
all
He's
right.
new at this.
Yeah, I've never done
This
this
is his
before.
first. This is his first day alive. Everyone, be nice.
I literally
just
was
born
born
yesterday?
Frank was born yesterday. Please.
Even though he was present 4 months ago for season 1.
So we think.
We come
Yeah,
back
as far as I
to
knew.
the bright and sunny and repaired island of the Concourse, where we left off. The city was literally falling apart, burning down. An enormous cavern collapsed in the center of the city. Things have been repaired. While they weren't able to completely fill this giant sinkhole, nor were they able to completely restore the mine in which they were using forced labor on. The foundations of the concourse have been restored. You see 3- and 4-story buildings around what is currently operating the remnants of the sinkhole, and construction inside this hole is ongoing. There are many more people in the concourse than there were before, as the entire, or for the most part, the entire remnants of Rust Town have migrated to the concourse, thanks to some awesome work by our captain, who was able to send out letters through word bearers and gather them all here successfully.
Oh, let's go, Captain
Vesh?
Vesh. Sorry.
Yeah. Captain,
Whatever the fuck your
what's his
name
name?
is.
What's his name? What's his name?
I was about to say Vosh, like Vash, but I
Vash
was like
the Stampede?
Vesh. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yes.
Yeah.
Vesh the Stampede. Yeah, that's what happens when you roll 2 6s.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's double. So, with
Big money.
only a few small exceptions, they were spread all over various spits. Some of them never actually found ground until very late, but over the last few weeks, as you all have been doing your part to repair the town, you see a lot of familiar faces. I would like to go to each of you, and we're going to start with Vesh, as that was a lot of what you were working on, but I would just love for you to talk about what your character has been doing in the past few weeks while we have been off the air.
He has been throwing himself into manual labor. There's so much to do to help out. There's never a job that doesn't need doing, and it's an easy way to keep his mind occupied. It's familiar. He is needed, and he is able to help. He's able to lift heavy things and do back-breaking work, and so he's thrown himself into that. That has been a comfort to him, as the events of everything that has happened have everything that's happened recently, while it ended up okay, has somewhat shaken some of his resolve of what he thought it took to be a captain. And this is just an easier thing to handle.
Yeah. You zoom in, you see Vesh on scaffolding within the giant sinkhole in the concourse, starting to build out the infrastructure of what may eventually be little apartment rooms for the huge influx of migrants. Visha, what have you been working on?
More of the same, but still just as important. There are a lot of injured people when, a whole freaking city collapses.
After a
And
battle.
After a battle, there's a lot of injured people. And unfortunately, there are so many that she needed to eventually find help. So she's also taken this time to start training a new little apprentice to help her with the demand of all the medical needs.
Would you like to... Well, you know what? I will describe the scene as you are in the beginnings of what may someday be a medical center, but for now is largely just kind of a empty building with a few shelves of medicine, bandages, herbs, and you see a diminutive Itstenko, small little mantis girl, who is busying herself in organizing medical charts, medicine, etc. And you, who is finishing up seeing a patient. In addition to this little assistant, I believe you have also been helping Izuesko learn as well. So you have, in some ways, 2 medical assistants that you've been training over the past few weeks.
Yay.
And we will go over Go ahead.
I was just gonna say there was a small part of me that thought it would be kind of amusing if Izuesko was just like 3.5 feet behind at all times, just like as if she's like covertly learning on her own, but really like everyone's aware of what she's actually doing.
Just a
like,
just a
like,
shadow.
I learned this on my own, yeah. Like she's like sneakily trying to just like look over shoulders and learn that way, but everyone knows like she's just right
sneaking
there.
a glance. She's just kind of there. What has Izuesko been doing apart from apprenticing?
Other than that, she has been busying herself with listening to gossip.
And
she
go ahead.
She is looking for something or some things in particular, and so she's trying to learn as much as she can without being so obvious. And this, I think, she is being a little bit more of a she's trying much harder, shall we say, to be covert and discreet in this than in the escapades of tending.
Yes, and this is a good time to kind of discuss that before we jump over to what Skell has been up to. As not only has Izuesko has heard the most of this, but there have been wild sailors in and out of port as there have been supplies delivered and traded for. The cause of bringing you together, the Onyx Star, and that was the original reason that you're together, is still seemingly continuing its journey west and hasn't shown any signs of deviating so far. You learned at the end of last season that the captain has been doing maybe something a little bit devious, and maybe even something people might say is forbidden. Delving into ancient technology or weird magics as a form of control. And why, how, and to what end, you don't know. But it seems that the Onyx Star is no longer a lone vessel traveling the sea, but is now a small fleet of ships, and is now 3 total ships at least have joined this, for lack of a better term, navy.
And to be clear, that is 3 ships on top of the Onyx Star itself, or
no,
3
total,
ships including
3 ships
it?
total, including the Onyx Star.
Thank you. Just wanted to be sure.
Yeah. For the other gossip, I will leave us to discover another time. But tell us, Skell, what has you been doing in the time since?
Yeah, so after everything happened here, Skell felt the need, because everything collapsed, so he felt the need to essentially become the town sheriff. But he didn't know what sheriff meant, so he just goes by peacekeeper. So it's peacekeeper Skell. He had to because it is a essentially elected role. He did have to. He felt the need to get everyone's permission, as he was the one carrying the biggest gun in town. I don't think anyone had any objections. But he also found two deputies. One is an ectus, a very large ectus named Gall, Gall, and a small, spry Gao named Bella. And so Gao is kind of the muscle, Bella's kind of the on the streets report in. She's kind of a more petite, lithe Gao that kind of gets around. Yeah, Skell just kind of made sure that everyone behaved. And happily enough, everyone did behave as the rebuild happened. A couple thieves here and there, a couple drunken fights, but everyone overall very low crime rate here now that everything's being rebuilt and everyone is starting to find new homes.
Wonderful. And you all would see Lau and Griff having been reunited a week or so back, kind of discussing more peacefully, finally. If you remember back in Rusttown, things were a little heated between the two of them.
Oh, yeah.
But they seem to have taken the responsibility for the concourse as well, in addition to some of the others that you met previously. Amna, Laka, Tako, who are trying to restore the peace. And it's been a little bit of a political dance, not in a negative way, but it's actually to the point where none of them really want power of an executive. They all are very hesitant after what happened previously with Korok, as the tyrant that he was, to kind of take on sole leadership. So things have been discussed, plans are in motion. Largely, I know you all have stayed out of it as you are not planning on staying here, but it does seem like there will finally be a bright future in the concourse again, in no small part thanks to you and the work that you all have done in fixing things. Now that it is the day of your departure, you're seeing a lot of very sad eyes among the inhabitants of the concourse. Youngblood and Needle, of course, are happy to continue traveling with you, but you've seen Lau actually oscillate on this a bit and has wavered on whether they want to continue his journey with you all, or if he is needed more here. There's been a certain sadness that you all have seen, particularly you, Visha, as I think he kind of grew closest to you over time. That he's nearing perhaps the end of his life and is reconsidering what he needs to do close to the end. But apart from that, a lot of people really thankful for what you've done. So I would love to turn it over to you, one at a time or all together. What are you doing for your last arrangements before you set out? I know that your injuries have long been healed, but you have a long journey ahead of you and would love to give you a chance to make last-minute preparations before you set out on the wild waves once again.
Who's coming with us?
So Youngblood
good
and Needle
question.
are definitely coming with you. Lau,
Oh, of
unsure if he is coming with you. And then your apprentice Sprite at first wanted to stay, but upon seeing your face when she said this, decided that she would be going with you as well.
Oh, sweet little thing. Okay.
But it's going to be a tight fit on the spirit route as a result of all these people.
That's too damn bad.
So if you would like to bring any others, I'm sure that you could bring any of the people that you've grown close to over time, any of the people from Rusttown, or Skell, your new deputies, if you wanted to try to bring one or both of them. You could make the room, it just might be a tight fit, but I'll leave that all to you on who you would like to bring.
I think Skell, seeing how the concourse is shaping up, both Gall and Bella are residents here. They were part of the workforce that were liberated. So he will not ask them to join. And I think that this being their home, he, all in good faith, but he would say, he would tell them that they are responsible now, and while he will return, they need to become the new peacekeepers of the concourse. As he trained them, how to shoot, keeping the peace. So yeah, I don't think he would take them with him, seeing as how this was a volunteer role anyway, and they would stay.
Someone to bring you news from the concourse in the future, though, as they are very happy to keep up your good work. As you all are considering, you hear a loud bell go off in the middle of the town square, which you all know now is become, at first it was a necessary function, but now it's just kind of become a town tradition. The lunch bell, where everyone is brought together and as many people as can fit as close together as possible, and everyone serves. Today's meal is going to be pinwolf soup with a little side salad.
Ooh, fancy.
As you are all brought together, and you see specifically, sorry, lost track of my NPCs. Griff comes over to the four of you and says, "So, what are your plans? Where are you going?"
What are you buying? What are you selling?
Well, we've taken a bit of a detour, helping out here.
You can say that again.
I won't deny it, we spent longer here than I thought we would. So, unless the crew has anything else they need doing, I think we'll be heading on west or east. It's west? It's west. We're heading west. Nowhere in particular. To the first port we find.
And,
But Captain Vesh, I thought we were going to the
Conflagration?
Conflagration.
Conflagration.
Yes.
Yes.
as you say that, Griff pales.
What?
Doing what now?
Well, I guess we're heading northwest, to be more accurate.
You know, I know you all are very smart, very strong people, but
Thank you.
want to check. You do know fire burns, right?
So I've been told.
You ever seen the conflagration, son?
He looks towards the north, I mean, everybody can see the conflagration.
Yes, it's kind of a
Right.
rhetorical question as, yeah, in the distance, you all can see the perpetual flame and smoke. It is hundreds or potentially thousands of miles away, but you can see it literally from anywhere. And you can see the smoke out there.
Well, I can't say I'm particularly excited about tackling that adventure, but we've got a mission to accomplish, and that's where it's taking us.
Must be a real important letter you've got there, Captain Vesh. And not that you've told him what your mission is, but given that he's seen your work as a word bearer and you were the one that brought everyone together, he's kind of making a logical leap here, that he's assuming that you have something to deliver, right, wrong, or otherwise, but
Mm-hmm.
you
And
really think a letter is worth dying for?
it's not the letter, it's the journey that matters. The destination, being able to reach there. To bring a letter over such distances, to return home. What greater honor could there be for a word bearer?
Got nothing I can say to that. Well, I hope.
I have something I would have said to it.
Yes.
I'm all ears.
The journey means less when the object of said journey does not make it to its destination.
Well, that's why I have the three of you, right?
Oh, yes, of course.
Captain, you brought me along to assist in you delivering a letter.
In so many words, yes.
I understand the pun, I think. Letter, so many words. Good
Yes.
joke.
Oh, even I didn't get that joke. That's a good one.
You can make words out of letter. Oh, like the letters in a word. I get
Yeah.
it now.
Translation error, Lao says from a few seats down.
I, Zuesco, that was good.
It was not my pun or joke. That belongs to the captain. I just pointed it out.
Hmm.
Yes, but we didn't get it, so thank you for the translation.
Her
Well,
ink blots
we've-
kind of move in a counterclockwise fashion from each of them, so it's kind of like a weird kind of like whirligig motion as she kind of tries to like parlance. Because like in her head, she's like, I didn't do anything.
Didn't do anything.
In his head, they're just like, yeah.
Mistress! And you are interrupted by the buzzing of wings as Sprite
child.
lands on the table in front of you.
How big is Sprite?
I think Sprite's probably about 4 feet tall. Like,
Oh,
very, very
baboon.
small.
That's a babu. Oh man.
Mistress Fisha, is there enough space for me to decorate my cabin? Also, how many things can I bring?
Well, how many things do you want to bring?
Everything. I can bring everything, right?
Yes, but what is everything, Sprite?
Oh, well, you see, I've got my collection of books. That should be about 1 or 2 trunks full. And then I have a nice collection of clothes, different ones for each season. And, I could maybe shrink that down, she says, seeing your face.
Right. It's a ship. There's not a lot of room.
She looks at. I've been on lots of ships. There's lots of room, and then she like looks to the harbor, and she sees like big
That
ship,
one.
big ship, big ship, and then sees the spirit route, which is a very small ship. She's like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see her fly down the table back to her spot and begin quickly devouring her food, as it looks like she has some hard decisions to make.
She does have hard decisions to make.
Lau, will you be joining us? I would
He-
prefer if you did.
He looks off far away, and then he looks to Griff. And then Griff kind of shrugs and says, if you'll have me, I would be happy to spend some of my remaining years with you all.
Lovely.
Perhaps I'll get a chance to slay another great beast or soar in the wind again.
I'm sure Skell would love to help you do. Help to. Oh,
He's a good shot.
yes. That's what I meant. Sorry.
Happy to be of any assistance.
You hear the small clanking of utensils and the banging of mugs on the table, and you hear speech, 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 speech. And you see Griff stand up. Now, it was only a little bit ago that this group of wayward wild sailors came in and destroyed this little town of yours, and, well, not gonna lie, that was pretty fucked up of you all. But it led to something even greater. The concourse is better now than it ever has been. Better than the before times. Better than the tyrannical times. No more forced labor. No more sailors afraid of this place. No more isolation. Friendship. Drink. Smoke. Love. And comrades. Even though it might have been hard to get here, I think that where we are now was worth the hardship. And I'm going to say, after what they did for Rusttown and what they did for the concourse, there's no finer crew I've seen than the Spirit Group. Cheers to Captain Vesh and his crew. Sweet journeys to them all. And
Cheers.
people toast, hey, hey.
Hey,
And you see a few more times they're banging the cups, and the crowd kind of looks to Vesh, like, speech, Vesh?
Vesh just downs his drink and sits down.
And there's kind of scattered laughter. You all eat the rest of your meal in peace. Is there anything before you head off to the harbor?
Where are Young Blood and Needle?
Over here, Skell.
There
He's
they
down the table talking to some people from the concourse, and you see Needle next to him.
Young Blood, Needle, and Lao, and Sprite. It will be a full ship, Captain.
It will be. Yes.
Bright is small, though.
In regards to their books, we have the research den. They could be stored there.
That's a good
We could-
idea.
We could keep a decent amount. We do have to worry about weight as well.
Yes.
But this would put us as a fairly full crew, and we'll need to be very careful about how much stock we have as far as supplies, necessities, and making sure that we keep those stores full as often as needed.
Of course.
Having more crew members, it can be a benefit, but it can also be a hardship on a ship of our size. We'll have to figure it out. And perhaps if we're able to be successful in our journeys, we can find ways to expand our humble little spirit route. Make more room.
Ooh, that would be great.
We'll need to gather resources and goodwill, I'm assuming, with the proper shipwrights. Oh, what is the name of shipwrights in universe again? I'm forgetting.
Rattle hands? Is that or
Rattle. Yeah,
There was
that sounds right.
yeah?
Something to look forward to and keep an eye on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a fine ship you got there. I'm pretty sure she'll hold together.
She's done a great job so far. Through multiple generations, right? He looks at Visha.
Yes. She'll be fine. I'm not worried about the ship.
Speaking of that, then, storyteller, GM, Firefly. That's what it is.
Found it.
Did it?
What is our supply situation? I'm
So
assuming
glad
that
you
we've thought about
asked.
this and
Yes.
been planning this for weeks now, right?
The city has cobbled together a pretty generous send-off for you. You previously had a crate of fresh fruits and vegetables. That has been replenished, along with a crate of salted meat. So you have supplies that will last you quite some time.
Okay. And
Not forever,
there's one of the
but a while.
there's one other thing that I think I would have done in my time here. When I had spoken to Skell a while back, I asked him what would make him more comfortable on the ship. And he had said he wanted dank, dark places and cool rocks, right? That was something that was of interest to him. And so I figured I would start his collection. We don't have, with all the people and supplies on board, we don't have enough, I didn't want to fill us up with rocks right now, but I figured maybe I would find one really awesome rock to start our collection, and we can start building something from the places we visit to make his space on the ship a bit more homey for him. So I would have looked for the perfect rock from Concourse to give to him.
Outstanding.
It's going on the sheet. The perfect rock.
The perfect rock.
The perfect rock.
The first of many perfect rocks.
Of course.
You see
Naturally.
Youngblood and Noodle with their backpacks going up the gangplank onto the spirit route. You see Lau, who looks much better than the last time we saw him, as he was very heavily injured in the fight. In the same way that he usually is kind of hobbling along with his mountain of metal beneath his cloak, which you all now know is because he is constantly lifting all of this using some sort of arcanautic power that none of you completely understand, but for a reminder for anyone who does not remember, audience or crew members, he has the screw ability to control metal. He's kind of Magneto-esque, and is constantly carrying with him a very hefty supply that he can use to mold into a lot of different shapes. And you see, last but not least, as you hear her, sorry, Sprite flying across the town and getting to the ship, and very formally, over formally, I would say, bows and then salutes to Vesh. Permission to come aboard, Captain.
Permission granted.
And you see she is perhaps went too far in the other direction, but has a small satchel and very Peter Pan-esque a bag tied to the end of a stick slung over her shoulder.
A bindle.
Little bindle.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Sweet little thing.
And goes straight looking for a place to stay. And you see, wait, is she going to the research, the library? What? And goes straight for it. You see Griff shake the hand of Lau, says, "It's been a good run." It has. You change your mind, not too far away. We can even send someone for you. Won't be necessary, friends. Keep these people safe. And he kind of looks over his shoulder. Family is what you make of it, I think. And Griff nods and kind of gives a wave. Harbor Master, one departing. And you hear a loud horn come over. You see the deckhands start to untie the spirit root, which, as you remember, was involuntarily anchored here when you first arrived. They were keeping you from leaving, and it is now finally, after many weeks, they very happily allow you to part company. Westward heading, I take it, Captain?
West and a little bit north.
Journey time. I take it you are at the helm as usual?
Yes. Let's do that.
Who's on
Unless
the
anybody else
engine?
is thinking they want to take a turn.
Nope.
Who's on the engine,
Nobody wants this? All right.
if anyone?
Be on the engine if nobody else wants to be on the engine.
Okay. And watch. Eyes of us go.
Please and thank you.
If anyone's just charting, let me know. Other. Skell, what are you doing on the journey currently? It's okay if you don't have any assigned tasks, but you have some time to work on stuff otherwise.
Skell is helping. Skell is helping Lau down to the cargo hold, and he's going. And this is where I sleep, and this is the perfect rock from Captain Vesh, isn't it? What was the word? Wonderful. And he just kind of holds it up in his clothed hand.
It is wonderful. So
There are many anchor points for webbing if needed.
I can pretty much sleep anywhere, though. It's very kind.
You're welcome to sleep here if it makes you comfortable. I can squeeze.
Kind of gives you a first like a concerned look, and then, have you replaced your hive, your drones?
From losing my arm.
Yes.
They are slowly but surely populating. Yes.
Glad to hear it. I would hate if you were not complete. Thank you for the hospitality, Skell. You've been very kind to me.
And you as well, Lao.
Have
I
you
can only return the favor.
have you written home?
Yes, in secret. I have a broodmate there that survived. They are an honor god.
I hope they're well.
News from Huskpa Nephila is good, yes.
Keep it up. Do not be ashamed of who you are or where you come from.
Visha told me the same thing.
She is a good friend indeed, then.
She is very kind, yes.
And you hear, wait, wait, wait! And just as the ship is about to pull out, you hear the loud thud coming up top. And it is Taka, the Zealacrae who's from the concourse. And you may remember, or maybe not, I'm not sure if I actually told you, they were the city's word bearer. And they say, I have just in letter for Captain Vesh.
For me or for me to deliver?
For you. It's from
Okay.
Shale.
Oh. Oh. Fantastic. Yes, of course. And he'll run down to meet them and acquire the letter.
And let me see, do I have a way to show it? I do.
Dear Vesh,
I see.
if reports are to be believed,
I see it.
and I hope
Okay.
they are, you've been quite the troublemaker since you set out. Where do I even start? You collapsed a spit into the sink, and then either adopted or displaced the entire population. Details seem to be a little scarce on that part. But it's even harder to believe that what people are saying you did afterwards. Did you and your crew really subjugate the concourse? That's been on the danger list for years. Even veteran raiders wouldn't try them. How did you do it? Set the record straight for us, but also let me know. What have you seen out there? Where are you going next? Are you still searching for the truth out there? Your friend, Shale.
And that is the letter that you get.
Huh. He reads it, takes his time, laughs a bit when he sees subjugates the Concord. That's very funny to him. Well, I can't disappoint them with a bad story. I'll have to reply to this as soon as possible. He'll kind of speak to himself. When did this come in?
Just now. Today.
Who brought it over? He's curious, as often the word bearer will have had contact. I mean, we're not that far from home
Yeah.
yet. It's possible that they've had contact with.
I can. And it's like, I'll bring them. And you see, it'd take a few minutes, and he'd go and retrieve. Looks like a human word bearer. The large messenger satchel stuffed with letters still over. In their pack, it looks like this was one of the few that was specifically being delivered to the concourse. Say, yes. Questions for me?
Yes, this letter. It comes from Heartstone Peak. I know it's maybe a little bit of a long shot. This could have just been passed from word bearer to word bearer, as is our way, but were you there? Did you speak with the one who wrote this letter?
I didn't speak for very long, but yes, I delivered it all the way from Heartstone. I'm from a rival island chain, but there's respect for word bearers still.
Of course, we honor those traditions. Well, any news from home other than, what's in this letter? How was it there? How were people? How are things?
He looks a little bit uncomfortable at first, but Heartstone is prospering. Other islands less so. But she seemed, well, fit, unscarred, well armed.
Yeah, that sounds like her, yes.
You're a
So they're doing well.
sunscraper.
Yes. Yes, I am.
Far from home, and he kind of like glances at your heading and going farther.
That's right. No, it's not common for us, but I have my pilgrimage.
Westward bound to maybe harbor or somewhere close by. If I get the chance, I'll try to deliver another one. Or catch wind of your trail from there.
That would be great. I don't have time to write a note right now, but if you do end up back there, and he pulls out a letter and scrawls a very quick message, Shale received your letter, will write back soon. Since he's going back in that direction anyway.
That's sure. Yeah. I'll
It says we're doing well. I'll tell you all about our subjugation of the concourse in due time.
He kind of like glances and then says, yeah, I'll seal it at the post. Seems like you need to be off. And he kind of looks at the shore, and there's a bunch of people like kind of awkwardly waving like they expected you to be getting out of here faster. But they're just kind of like, yeah, still waiting.
He looks over the edge. All right, we're actually leaving now. Bye.
And
he hops up to the helm again with a practiced leap, pulling on the rigging, swinging his way up to the helm.
Mm-hmm. All right. And this word bearer leaps from the ship, heads off, and you begin your journey. And now it's time to roll some dice.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
All right then.
No, I'm sure everything will be fine, guys. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
What are we rolling
Mhm.
dice for?
Wait,
Whatever for.
we roll dice in this game? That's crazy.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I've got my d20s.
No
Yeah.
such thing. No such thing.
I've never heard of that.
I don't know what that is. Is that what they use in the Cosmere game?
No,
Yeah, is that what they use in Cosmere?
Sorry, d10s, and I've got my hunger die ready.
Oh, yes. there
Oh,
you go.
yeah?
Yeah, that. Wah.
Wah, wah. Okay. Clear skies, no problems for the first few hours. Izuesco, you are on watch.
Mm-hmm.
It is several hours into the journey where you hear very loud swirling wind somewhere above you, but it's not a particularly windy day. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It's just like you hear this whoosh, 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 intermittently, but
Mm-hmm.
you don't see anything, and it doesn't match with the gusts of wind that are coming across the ship. What do you do to investigate? Do you tell the crew? It's a little bit weird. Noteworthy.
Yes, I think they would tell the crew first. I mean, obviously they're looking up to see if they can spot a thing, but telling the captain is paramount upon his mind.
So you can roll sense with, I guess, probably instinct makes sense for this.
Yep, so that'd be 3 dice, I believe. 6, a 5, and a 2.
Cool. You're getting on the, it's not quite a phone, but it's like a little thing you can hold up to message down to the helm, calling the captain. And if you're about to say, like, there's something weird going on, but then you see, like, behind, like, one of the few clouds that's there, there's not very many. So this is very weird. But you see, like, the shadow of something above the cloud. It looks like there's something either in the cloud or above the cloud. Very close to directly above you.
Captain, there is something hiding above us
Hiding.
in the clouds. Strange.
Okay. Hiding from us, or were you able to get a glimpse of it?
Given our luck, more predator than prey.
That's probably a good call. All right. Let's make sure everybody that's not essential to the ship functions are below deck and prepare for any trouble. He's going to where do you see can you point out in the sky where abouts it is?
And Aizu would do their best verbal compassing for the captain
Yeah,
here.
just like a few degrees, yada, yada, yada.
Okay.
And yeah, you
Mhm.
see it with Izuesca's help. No rolls needed. You see it there are shadows in the clouds, and it's like the light is hitting something and reflecting into the clouds. And then you
Okay.
notice the weird swooshing sound.
I'm gonna immediately start pulling our heading away, just to create like a better
Little
vector of
space.
distance.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I want to get into the, I want to just start moving. I'm gonna start bringing the speed up, not quite to dangerous levels yet, but I want to start moving through this area a bit faster. Once everybody is safely below deck and ready, I'm gonna punch it.
You see Youngblood and Needle, who were lounging out on the deck, go below. You haven't heard from Sprite in a while. She might still be lost in a book somewhere below deck, and Lao has not journeyed up outside of the beginning. But they kind of scurry below deck, and Captain, roll speed for us, 2d6. As you are trying to get out of Dodge.
Ace.
Okay.
Oh, am I rolling it on the ship or on my?
No, that's fine.
I
Just
rolled-
2d6 is
okay.
fine. I can see it.
Yeah.
You immediately
So I think it
change
was a
your
6 and a
heading to
4.
get some distance from the cloud. Oop, I need more appropriate music. Hmm. Yes, yes. This works.
Yes. Yeah. Oh.
You start to get away from this cloud very high up in the sky. And at first you breathe a sigh of relief because it looks like, oh, maybe whatever this is not worth it. They value their stealth more than they value hunting you down. But then you hear a loud, horrifying, terrible "Rah!" and a inhuman, awful screech. And you see breaking out of the cloud. I have visual aids now. Is this thing a giant mantis?
Oh.
Hundreds
Ooh.
of it must be 100 feet or more. It is bigger than the spirit root, and it's shooting out of the cloud directly towards you all.
Izuesco, we should get Skell. He's going to. He's keeping his hands on the wheel and like looking at this thing sparely towards them. And if we haven't already, I mean, I am punching it on the throttle here.
And we will see how successful you are after the break. We will be back
the
in
tease.
10 minutes, everyone,
Little
as we will
tease.
see if they are able
You
to
have been
destroy
tied.
this giant mantis creature.
Well,
Don't go
look at this
everywhere. We'll be
thing.
back in like 10 minutes. Hope you all are having fun. I am. It's good to be back, everyone.
It's
We'll
good to be
see
back in
you
the
soon.
wild.
So far, so good.
To be back in the sea.
Yeah. All right. See you all in a moment.
Father, Mother, hello. I hope things are to your satisfaction. You are likely doing just fine without me around, but Raisha says I should write. Raisha is the char on board, and they are a Ketra, like me. They are nice. Do not expect grandchildren from this compliment. I am well, largely unharmed since that day in the storm. They find me useful. I do my best to quell my temper until it is necessary to not. Raisha has taken on to helping me tame the storm. Our captain is rough and unfair at times, but for the most part things stay civil. I do worry about their recent obsession, but I am sure things will turn out fine. Should it not? Well, I have learned a lot of what I am capable of. I will not be shy about imparting this knowledge onto others. Your child, Izuesco.
Dear Vesh, I know that you're doing well and everything's fine, but I really miss hearing your voice. We're heading out for a raid soon, and already I can hear the whispers of your words in my ears. Don't look smug about that, troublemaker. I don't know if your way is the better way, but it does seem to be a different way. When you get back, tell me about it, okay? Love, Shale.
Clutch, mate. These words scratch like dry leaves, but we write them out anyway. The waves of green still do not hold us, but here in the creaking wood of this ship, something old and glowing crawls, and it hums like home inside our chest. We do not name it, but it sees us, soft and strange, like webs that do not break in the wind. Our legs still shake on these planks, not made for us, but we stay. We follow it, even if the rest of us stays lost. Drone Skell.
Shale, I hope this message sees you soon. There aren't many word bearers in this area that want to make the journey to Hearthstone. Oh, how I wish you could be here with me. But I know, your training comes first. The crew I picked up at Port Basker left me as soon as we arrived at the next spit. I think everyone can tell I'm as green as the trees. I might have found a new crew, but well, who knows how long they'll stay. Kick Terran extra hard for me next time you're sparring, and write me back soon. Your friend, Vesh.
Clutch Mate Skell, we are pleased to hear your correspondence. It satisfies us greatly, as well as your continued survival and exploration on these rolling waves. Here on this island, the days are long and the years are short. We have finally found the warm embrace that we have often heard of, but chased so long. Home. We hope one day that you and yours find it as well. Tell us of these people and this ship. Tell us of your travels. Tell us when you find home again. Drone Samari.
Dearest Mother, we set out for our journey today and I'm nervous. You would think after going on my own pilgrimage I'd be ready to go back into the vast sea. But there's part of me that fears it. Atlas is brave and daring, someone I trust with my whole being. But I worry his ambitions will take us to places even he can't handle. It's reckless enough to go out for a second expedition, but the Council relies heavily on him, as we both know. All our lives we've been this way, it seems. He rushes into danger, and there I am, always ready to patch him up. But I suppose he's always done the same for me. There's never been a fight, physical or otherwise, that he's not come running to defend me for. It's only right I see this journey through by his side. Look at me lamenting like I'll never come home. Please tend to the gardens while I'm gone. I'd hate to return to a dead garden after such an arduous journey. Give my love to Father, and please take care of yourself while I'm away. All my love, Visha.
second half of the show. Thank you for coming back with us. All gotten in the mood for some adventure. Just quick rehash of the announcements. Join Discord to talk about how shitty LA traffic is and also why the city is still awesome. Discord.com/MagiRPG. Talk to us about what games you're playing, TTRPG or otherwise. I am currently playing the best/worst game of all time, Crimson Desert. It's simultaneously a 10 out of 10 and a 1 out of 10.
Oh
Um,
man. Oh
it's-
no.
It's a thing, but I actually unironically love it. So if you want to talk to us about all that stuff, Discord is the place to do it. If you need to catch up on this show or any of our other shows, youtube.com/MagiRPG. This Thursday, we have Heirs of Honor. Friday, we have Blood Money. And next Friday, we have, oh my God, I can't remember the show name. Spirit of the Pack.
Spirit of the Pack.
Spirit of the Pack coming. Another Werewolf Chronicle. I know, Maggie, we love werewolf here, and I'm so glad we keep getting good werewolf games. So that'll be fun. And then we're going to be back every Tuesday for a while for Wildsea. We were playing another game off stream on Tuesdays that I'm not ready to announce yet, but if you were on our Discord, you would probably know what it is, and I am really hoping I can bring that all to you soon. It was pre-recorded, and it's a lot of fun to play. It's an oldie but a goodie, so I'll just tease you with that. Anyway, you all are being attacked by a giant mantis creature. How are you going to get out of this one?
First things first, I mean, definitely make sure the ship is going as fast and in the proper angle heading away from it. And I asked Izoesco to go down and fetch Skell.
Fetch Skell,
and
yes.
his giant gun. And I guess hopefully, and I would have added on as well as get Visha up here as well, and we're probably going to need to man the ship
The
weapons as
weapons.
well.
I think Visha's tending to the engine, isn't she?
Yeah, she
I
is
am.
currently on the engine. She can relocate to the guns
can.
if necessary. Also, I know it's not a mechanic we have dealt with yet, but I guess you guys technically have an undercrew now.
Oh,
We got enough people.
That's a
That's
good little
basically an undercrew now. They don't have a name yet, but Lao, Youngblood, Needle, and Sprite, I'd let you guys micro them individually if you want, or you can just collectively do it however you want. Since you all know them as characters by this point, it feels weird to abstract them. So either way, you want to do it mechanically is totally fine with me. Sorry.
Okay.
just got a DM. So,
What's so
who
funny?
is doing what?
Izoesco is doing as asked.
And grabbing Skell and or Visha. You guys, what do you say as you're going below deck, Izuesco?
Nothing.
Nothing. Real nothing.
Just the
In fact,
captain wants
she
you.
gets
Keeping it cool.
She gets the Skell.
Danger above. Captain requests you. You may want to bring the cannon.
I'm on my way.
And you hear the shrieking and the sound of wings buzzing. Not slow like a dragon, fast like a hummingbird. And yes. And then Vesh, Captain, roll for ship's speed and roll for ship's armor.
Okay. As I'm rolling for this, how are we keeping pace or is it closing in?
That's what we're about to find out.
Okay.
Visha on the engine can try to give a little bit of a boost as well if she wants to.
Yeah.
To aid to this
6 and a
Yes.
3 on my end. Any boosts?
for the speed. So I guess I would say Visha, you could rattle is probably what is the proper skill for this one.
Okay, so I would, if I have 2 in rattle, I would roll
And
2.
then let's see what edge applies. Probably sharps.
Okay, so 3 then. All right, 1, 2, 3. Oh my god.
Oh
That is
my
That
quite
is
God.
crazy.
That
was,
is as bad as I could have rolled.
that was triple ones.
Not the trip ones.
What have you done? What have you done to our engine?
I can't
That's
believe I've done this.
crazy.
I can't believe I've done this.
It's the triple
I can't,
snake eye.
I can't fix anything there. I can't. There's no resist.
Who has a Who has a good twist though?
God dang it.
The one of the batteries needs to be cycled, and in the hesitation, as I'm like punching the speed, it like hits it accelerates quickly, and she drops the battery, which then causes it to causes us to lose speed.
Oh God, the power go. Okay, I love this. Yes.
Oh no.
Yes, as you're
Just
about
for
to get
just for a little bit as
Yeah.
she's
She'll have to put
fumbling
the
and
battery back
cycling.
in. You're trying to like do something with the battery to like jolt the engine and get it fast, and like you're messing around with it, and the battery like shocks you. You don't take any damage, but you like and you drop it, and you hear the ship power down everywhere.
See?
And now I need you to roll the ship armor rating, Vesh, as this giant mantis is flying directly for the ship and looks like it is about to try to tear into it.
So we have
Oh.
3 armor, so I can roll
yes,
3
that is
dice.
your best. Yes, your best attribute that the ship has.
6, 5, 2.
Okay, this thing, it is powerful, and it goes to swipe with one of its mantis blades as it is flying by, and it's just wildly, and it goes to the side of the ship, and you like, oh God! But if you remember, your ship is very slender and sinuous, and kind of slide, and the blades just kind of get deflected off the side of it like it would like armor, like a sword going to armor, and the ship holds, and you can see it has some scores across it, but no breaches somehow. However, still the impact knocks all of you, and maybe one of you might have fallen down if you were running up the stairs, but apart from the loud shake, the ship is all in one piece. But you see this thing go, and as it's carrying its momentum, and it goes around, and it's coming for another pass.
Skell, I was gonna say Skell and Izuesco get to the deck, and
Are
Skell
you
just
sure, Skell?
to go on the deck of the ship?
Are you sure Izuesco's coming with you?
Oh, that's a great question.
Oh. What is
Just asking.
Izuesco doing? Well,
Yeah,
let's do what Skell's doing first, then we'll see if Izuesco's coming.
Skell just like puts his head into the captain's quarters. Why are we stopped?
Where the hell is the helm up top?
The helm
right?
is up top, yeah. It's not like
Helm-
in the
helm-
crow's nest, but it's on the back
You
of the
see
deck.
Skell like
yeah.
clamber up the stairs to
Yeah,
the
you
to
get
the
there.
to the
to
helm.
the helm, yeah.
Yeah. Why are we stopped, Captain?
I don't know. He starts like hitting the helm, like come on. He's shaking it a little.
Risha, you would definitely hear that from above deck as you were fumbling with the battery. Would you like to put that back in
Engine-
now?
Everything all right, engine room?
No.
It would be great if we could get the engine started as quickly as possible.
I
No
am
pressure.
trying.
Would you like to make another rattle roll, Visha, to get the engine going?
I would.
This one will go better, I'm sure of it. Absolutely. I mean, it could get worse.
A 6, a 5, a 1.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's
Shove
go.
the battery
Those are
back
good
in,
numbers.
and the ship takes off, and it seems like you actually managed to get some distance from this thing. It's going to catch up to you, but where it would have like collided with the ship, it goes wide and it needs to like go around to make another pass. Skell, you are getting up, and just to remind the class, audience, and players, there are weapons on this ship.
There
in
is,
addition to
yes.
the very large cannon that Skell keeps close by, there is... I'm going to read this and make sure I get it right. Oh God, where is it? It's such a cool
Storm
thing.
rail.
Armament.
A storm
underneath
rail,
rooms.
yes.
Yeah.
It is two huge brass rods wrapped by a poorly shielded with poorly shielded cables attached to a voltaic generator. As your ship is very lightning powered, it will use the lightning energy of the ship to shoot. If you would like, this is on deck and can be used to shoot this thing.
Scala has been waiting to shoot this thing, and now that the ship is powered, he will run up to it. And how I imagine it, because it says like two, what is it? Yeah, two huge brass rods. I almost imagine it like the World War II like anti-aircraft cannons.
Yes,
like
it is
the double barrels.
exactly like
So
that.
it like
yes.
wraps around your shoulders and like you get into it. Yeah, and it's got this little foot pedal thing that you pedal to rotate on its axis.
Okay, I love this. I love this.
And Skell will hop into it and start tracking this giant dragonfly mantis thing that is chasing us.
And I would say roll hunt. Probably, I guess you could use
Iron?
Yeah, iron makes sense here. Yes.
Okay. A 5, a 2, and a 1.
Conflict. All right, I need to make a track. And for anyone wondering, this thing is called a mantid drake.
Oh. Ooh. Love it. I have a conflict in mind.
Okay, go for it. I love suggestions.
Never actually firing this before. Skell's not completely familiar with it. So as he pulls the trigger, this is because it's electricity based, and I'm imagining the longer you hold the trigger, the lightning beam shoots out of it. So while he doesn't know how it works, he holds the trigger a little too long, and it zaps too much energy from the batteries for enough for the alternator that's in there to kind of recharge them. It's a short burst thing instead of like a hold.
Yeah.
So as he holds it down, he would hit this mantis drake, but it slows down the ship as he fires for too long.
Excellent. Yeah. You not familiar, and it hits into, I guess I'll say, one of its wings. You essentially clip it, and you see a score of purple and green ichor come out of this thing. And this thing is massive. So it actually, a lot of this blood washes up onto the deck of the ship. And
Not
you see like this
again.
huge splash. It's becoming a
Oh,
familiar
boy.
sight. And unfortunately, it looks like because this has temporarily stalled the ship, this thing, though kind of on an uncontrolled descent now to collide with you, looks like it will collide with the ship as you have temporarily slowed down because of this overcharge. But that said, Izuesco, what are you doing while this is happening?
I think she would sense the erratic nature of the ship in regards to movement.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that would be where she would go first to see what
why the ship is stop, start, stop, start.
Yes.
So you head up to the engine room where Visha is.
Mm-hmm.
And
she doesn't say anything. She just watches, but with urgency. Like she's not. It's not like a. What's the word I'm looking for? It's not a petulant watch. It's like a I'm trying to understand what's going on watch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Visha, when the ship comes to the stop or slows down, I guess I should say, you know that wasn't you this time.
Why the hell are we stopping? Hey, the
Guys,
engine's okay.
Izuesco is going to fire lightning into the core to power this ship.
Oh my god. Oh,
I'll do it.
Or alternatively, she's going
No,
to
that's
probably
great.
something a bit safer. Because I think if she was alone, she would just do it. But I think since she is not, I think she's going to try and just do it a bit more manually with like putting her hand on something so that it's not an arc that goes astray.
Okay. I think this.
We
I'm
do
thinking-
have the lightning rod. We have a lightning rod addition.
We do have a lightning rod
Is that
edition.
in the engine room or is it elsewhere?
A multi-pronged metal array for attracting lightning and storing it in ceramic batteries.
I think it is
automa-
above
Yeah.
above the ship and connects to the battery through the ship.
Yes.
But that's going into the batteries, which then
But
has
yes,
to
you
then
do
go
charge
into,
the ship
so I
with
think-
lightning, so
Mhm.
you know this is not anything strange, but you do need
He's
to
trying,
make
or
sure
she's
you-
trying to charge like the actual engine, right? Like that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like
I think
supercharge it.
I see.
Her
yeah.
her thought process is charging the lightning rod goes into the battery, which then has to
Yeah,
go
yeah, I
into
got
the
you.
engine. We don't have time for that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, I got you.
This is like a
Yeah, yeah.
direct patch. So I was thinking rattle and either iron or instinct, but
I think,
just
yeah,
'cause
I think instinct and rattle makes sense. Good luck.
3 and a 2.
Oh boy. I have an idea. You're all okay with other people suffering consequences of others' actions, right?
Yeah, be like that sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely.
But instead of us
I
suffering.
hate this, but okay.
Yeah, no.
Skell,
I mean, depends on what you're gonna see here.
Yes.
all of a sudden, well, this is to both Vesh and Skell. You all feel the ship feel like it's about to get a burst of power before you then hear the sound of a little smell of burning. Simultaneously, Skell, you feel electricity course through you as this thing, the gun, overcharges for a second, and I need you to take 1 aspect damage of electrocution as all of a sudden a huge course of electricity goes through your body. It's not too bad of a hurt, but you definitely got a little bit electrocuted, like you put your hand into a socket.
As he's sitting on this foreign electric gun that he's wanting to shoot for the last 5 or 6 weeks since he hopped on this ship or was accepted on it, he gets this zap, and I just imagine like he hops off it and he's like, no, bad gun, and he like hobbles. He hobbles over to his cannon that he's like leaned on the side, and he goes back to his cannon.
Oh, that's so funny.
In my head, I'm imagining a million little points of lightning going from ant to ant. Just
Spider,
Spider to
ant?
spider.
Oh, spider. Sorry, spider.
Not the antis.
I forgot which bug. My bad.
Exactly. It's like he's got like little static zaps coming off him. Like, oh, yeah, exactly.
Captain Vesh, I need you to once again roll the armor rating of our ship.
Absolutely. And 5, 3, and 3. Ooh, a complication.
With a
twist.
twist.
I love the twist. Okay, I have a good twist for this. I was waiting for this. The manta drake comes, and this time as it's going and swinging its claws wildly at the ship, this time it does penetrate into the hull. But as it's trying to get away, a huge part of that talon gets stuck in the side of the ship. And it is now just sticking out of the side of the ship. And you see
So
this
it's stuck
thing's-
to the ship right now.
Yes, it is stuck to the side of the ship for the moment.
Okay.
It
What
cannot
is-
get itself free,
Oh.
and you all would see this. This thing is 20 times your size.
Oh, that was what I was gonna ask. How much bigger is it than the spirit root?
It's like
You just
twice the
said
size of the
20.
spirit. The spirit root.
Oh, it's bigger than the
massive.
spirit root.
Oh, it's huge.
Okay.
It's massive.
All right. I thought okay. So, but it being stuck is I think
Is
might feed
potentially a
into what I'm
good
trying to
thing,
do.
potentially a
So
bad
here-
thing.
Here's what I want to do. The Wildsea, it's not a uniform level of
No,
trees,
it's
right?
like the
there are,
ocean. It goes up and down.
and sometimes there are probably frequently enough like large trees that are, I would need to avoid to, that the
Yes, there are tall
trunk is-
shanks. They're not everywhere, but there are enough of them. Yes, where
Yeah.
they stretch miles higher than the thrash.
So my initial plan was going to be to go straight towards a tall shank and then try and maneuver at the last second to try and.
I see. I
right?
see.
Clip
But
it
now
off.
that it's stuck, the plan is going to be
Oh.
to get right up alongside one on the side that it is stuck to and try and hit it against the tall shank.
All right. Well, let's see. I'm first going to roll. How far away is the closest tall shank? You're fairly common. Well, that is double boxcars. So a success with a twist. Oh man. Oh. Okay.
Reminder,
There
it
is
could
one
be a good twist.
Literally, no, it is a good twist. There is one literally right in front of you. The twist will come later. There is one just a few hundred feet ahead. And if you can keep this thing here, you can clip it. But it is trying to fight free.
All right, I will call out to the crew and the undercrew. All right, everybody, we're gonna try something a little crazy, but I'm gonna need your help. This creature is stuck to the side of the ship. We need to keep it there, and we also need to potentially brace for impact. As I imagine that even if I successfully pull this off,
It might not kill it.
well, and the fact that it's going to hit the tree while attached to us
Yes,
is going to
it's
cause an
gonna-
impact.
It might mess up your ship, yes.
Yeah.
Are you sure, Captain? I have a clean shot.
Oh. I look at how close the tree is. You've got 10 seconds to make it. And you hear the throttle rev up on the ship.
You're
you have
in
a clean
charge.
Does he have time to make the shot? If
Yeah,
wanna-
you've got
you wanna
time to
keep
make
it
a
here?
shot.
You want to keep it on the side of the ship. That was your orders, right?
keep it on the side of the ship. Yeah.
Okay.
But you could still
So-
try and shoot it, I assume, if other people are maybe like gathering, like trying to hold the claw from the inside, or
Ooh,
doing
that's a
something,
good
trying
idea.
trying to rope it.
Skell is going to run up to the whatever side the
We'll say it's on the
mantis
right
drake is-
side. The starboard side.
Good job, Frank. It's on the starboard side, and he's going to run and he's going to pull out his new revolver that he got.
Aha!
And he's going to aim at like its eyes to like to disorient it, so it like gets distracted.
Okay, love that.
So he's not going to shoot it with his cannon to like kill it. But he's
Yeah.
going to like disorient
Basically
it.
annoy it and disorient it. Okay.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna say you can. What is the reverse of cut in this game called? You
It's
can
cut. Oh,
you can add a die to
Okay.
your roll for this, so you can get a bonus.
oh, perfect. It deals low impact, long range blast damage against targets that are aware of me. High impact, long range blast damage if I'm hidden.
Yeah. So I would say.
Does
go
it
ahead.
even acknowledge me? Is it acknowledging the ship?
It is more concerned with the ship. You can definitely wound its eye, but you would never have a chance to kill it with this revolver. But you could
Got it.
absolutely hurt specific parts to debilitate it.
Got it. Okay. So yeah,
So-
I'm going to
Hunt with instinct, teeth, probably either one of them
Yep.
is fine.
6, 5, 4, 4. So 6 with a twist.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, you shoot it, and it goes into its eye, and it is disoriented, and it starts thrashing. And you hear below deck somewhere a scream of someone. Whoa! And the loud hit of someone falling into the thrash. At the same time, this thing is enraged and is just shaking the ship side to side. But it is lodged in there and it cannot seem to make it out. However, I would love everyone to make a reaction to try to keep your balance to stay on the ship and avoid getting thrown overboard. I'm not sure what the best skill for that is, but I would
Would
take an
that
argument
be-
from anyone.
Would that be an issue for Izoesco being in the
For-
engine room?
No, for you it'll be you
Not
want to
falling out,
avoid
but,
getting
like-
thrown against the walls and
Sure.
getting hurt rather than getting thrown overboard. I think brace
I
makes
was
the
gonna
most
say
sense for this.
Flourish and Grace, but yeah,
Yep.
I rolled a 4 and a 1, so
But if anyone has brace, iron, all those things apply here.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do iron embrace. A 5 and a 1.
4, 3, 3. Another twist.
Oh man. And Visha?
I don't have any skill that works for this, so I'm gonna roll 1.
Good luck.
A 5.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Yay.
Izuesco and Visha, you are thrashed heavily inside the ship, and you basically bounce from one wall to the other. You don't take any permanent damage, but I would say add a what's the best way to describe this? A temporary injury. I'm just gonna call it either like disoriented, concussed. You can flavor it how you want. That's going to affect
Okay.
coordination. For Skell and Vesh, you all are thrashed side to side, and Vesh, you end up going toppling, and you think you're about to get thrown overboard, and you grab like a piece of the side of the ship, like either the rail or like a piece of rope hanging off. You can kind of choose, but you manage to get a grip of it. Skell, you go flying and you land on this thing's arm on the side of the ship. And you are
Oh.
holding on for dear life.
That's crazy. Well, my first move is I need to get up to the helm because I have pointed us straight at this tree. And
Yes, that is
I need
what
to
you
make
need
sure.
to do. You have
that-
one turn to fix that, or you may be colliding directly with this tall shank. And you also
Okay.
have a mystery man overboard.
Yeah. we're gonna have to see if we can circle back for them, because we are going at a clip right now. I mean, if I grabbed onto a rope, I am good at vault. I'm gonna try and run along. I'm holding on to this rope, and I'm gonna try and run along the side of the ship and pull myself up, and throw myself over the rail. Hopefully, in one motion, getting myself back to at least close to the helm.
Vault definitely works. Let's see what
Sorry,
edge.
I have a question. That
Sure. What is your question?
I don't know if I heard wrong, but did you say as we were going, somebody fell into the thrash?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
somebody is
I
overboard.
wanted to make sure. It was you like kind of glanced over it, and I was like, "That's bad."
Yes,
Wait a
that is
minute.
bad.
Well, he said that before. He fell over.
Yeah,
they
you
fell
heard the
out
when
of
we
the
first
side
punched
of the
it.
ship. Yes.
Mhm.
Oof.
Let's see. What of your edges works for this Vesh?
Which one? Sorry.
For Vesh, iron and vault
Oh.
to try to get back to the wheel.
442. Another
Yay.
another
Twist.
twist.
You are living that twist
Living
live.
I'm gonna
Twist.
vault
Twist.
right over, and I'm gonna hang off the other side of the ship.
No.
No, I'm just
That's
joking.
You jumped too far.
You go and you're swinging wildly as this thing is shaking the ship. Now you, Skell, trying to hold on for dear life. We'll get there. But Vesh, you go on this rope, swing across, and you try to like get and do the wheel, and you manage to spin the wheel like hard to port so that you'll hit this thing, but you can't stop, and you go flying off the other side of the ship, and you're like still dangling on this rope, not out of dodge, but the ship starts to turn left. Skell, I need you to try to hold on, probably with brace and iron, or brace, I think you have iron, right?
I do. I have a different question.
Sure.
Do we know anything? I think you might have. You said something about this before, but like the demeanor of the mantis drake.
Yeah.
As I don't know if mantids speak knock. However, on knock it says lore might indicate a deeper understanding of insects and arachnid habits, as well as cultural information on the zealot.
I see. You're hoping this
is
thing
an-
is intelligent.
Yes, as this is an insect, do my insect understandings, well, arachnid, insect, whatever.
Yeah, I feel you.
My arthropod habits, is this thing being aggressive due to territory? Is it just hungry? Does it smell the crate of food and it's trying to get
I
to
feel
that?
you.
Like, yeah, I'm trying to get a little
Trying to understand its motivations. I feel you.
Exactly,
I would
exactly.
say, so yeah, you can use your knock roll for this.
okay. Instinct plus knock.
Yeah, so 4d6.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for bringing that. I love languages as skills in this game.
Yeah, that's fun. That's fun.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Um,
6, 4, 3, 3. So 6 with a twist.
So you know... Hang on, let me make sure I know what I need to about these things. You know that it is definitely just hungry, and it literally wants to eat you all as a snack.
Okay.
You don't think that it's intelligent enough to have a conversation with you. Maybe in different circumstances, you could figure out how to ward this thing off with like basic communication, not speaking, but you know, the same way that you would calm a panicked animal or an angry animal.
Sure.
But at this moment, in this situation, it is not going to respond well to anything as it is stuck in the side of a ship. But
and it just got its face shot.
and it just got its face shot. You intentionally disoriented it, and it's hungry. It barely knows what's going on. But
Got it. Okay.
that is what you know. Now, please hold on for dear life as a reaction, and then you can tell me what you were trying to do next. Make sure you don't
Yes.
get flung into the thrash or somewhere worse.
Double sixes, boxcars.
Boxcars.
With a twist.
You can style whatever you
Twisty
would like
right.
as far as either climbing this thing or getting back onto the ship, your choice, since you crit with a twist. And I have so many twists to come up with.
1 million twist.
Would be cool. As Skell lands on this mantis drake's claw pincer that is stuck in the side, as this thing you said is 20 times bigger than us, I'm gonna get a little fun with it. You know, why
Okay,
not?
please do, please do.
And it's fighting. I imagine that its wings are still vibrating. He grabs onto the side of one of the wings, and as it like goes back up, it like catapults him back onto the deck of the ship.
Awesome. And now I need to see what the impact of this tall shank will be. Let me tick off. That's crazy what I just rolled. 5, 5, 5,
Wow.
3.
All right.
You hear somewhere below deck, brace for impact, and this mantid gets totally sideswiped by this tree. The tree shakes. The ship shakes. You all, please roll your brace skills again, as you wish.
No.
The mantid gets disconnected. The claw gets embedded in the ship but disconnects from the mantid drake. It separates like at its forelimb, and it crashes and begins falling down into the trees. You hear a loud and then it cuts off suddenly by thud, and it starts falling gently, and you see as you're passing by it's resting somewhere in the low thrash or the tangle. But you all, based on your rolls, I will let you tell me how the impact of the ship affects you.
Skell rolled a 6 and a 2, so
you're
as
good.
as he lands back on deck and he hears Captain Vesh yell, "Brace for impact," he like wraps his arm in one of the ropes, and like just like essentially he braces for it. He's prepared for it.
Visha, what's happening to you below deck with your conflict?
I rolled a 5.
Hey, that's okay. You're mostly safe, but you might have taken a little lick.
Yeah, like a little ping pong ball. She's kind of, there's not much to her, so she gets tossed around easily. And it's very frustrating. I assume I could do no more than ping pong with that
Yeah,
roll.
that is fine. I mean,
Okay.
you can, if you just wanted to wax poetic about your ping pong, I was going to give you the opportunity. But take a point of aspect damage for me.
Dang it! I keep ping pong.
Izuesco?
4.
Yeah, no, I mean, how do you ping pong in the ship? Or otherwise
I think
get knocked
I think
around?
I think the only thing she doesn't hit in the engine room is the engine.
Yeah, please
Real?
take an aspect damage as well. And Vesh,
Yeah.
what happens to you up top?
So I am able to hold on. However, I am barely able to do so, and I'm literally getting flung around by this rope, and I'm hitting the side of the deck. I'm like wrapped around the wheel, and I think that the holding on like this has caused my shoulder to dislocate.
Okay.
Yeah, so I rolled a twist. I don't know how if this makes sense for a twist, but I am gonna have trouble doing anything that requires both arms for a little bit.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, you can add an injury, dislocated shoulder. But I assume you're going to try to bring the ship to a halt, both because the mantid is off of you and you lost someone, and you hear below deck as the shaking stops. You hear, Youngblood's overboard. And you know it's Needle.
All right, we've got to go find him quickly. Skell, can you handle taking over for taking care of this mantis?
It is in the thrash, Captain.
But it might not stay there.
Do you want me to shell the forest?
If you yes, let's do that. I want us to go looking for Youngblood immediately. So I want to take the Outrider out,
Aha!
which is a little faster, I believe.
I think it is.
Yes, I think it's got a speed of 3.
Yeah, so it is a little bit faster. As you go below deck, you would see Visha and Izuesco kind of in a heap, getting up, trying to fix themselves, and you hear, Mistress! Mistress! And Sprite comes up, and from somewhere in another part of the ship, it's like, Izuesco! Oh my goodness! You're both... That was awful! And she's like, sit down! I can fix this. And she immediately starts like trying to triage both of you.
Oh. Visha will sit very still and see how Sprite does.
I'm just gonna roll for Sprite.
Sprite, you got this. Sprite, you got this.
Sprite does very well. You both can fix your aspect damage that you just took as Sprite is triaging both of you.
Oh God. Sprite, my child.
Vesh, give me a I would like both speed and stealth rolls of the Outrider.
Okay. And as far as I understand, because we have the flatbed, I can carry someone. I can because this is like a 1-seater, right?
Yes.
But the flatbed can carry people.
Yes, you
So-
can. You got one that can carry small number of people or cargo. Yeah.
Okay.
Good thinking, everyone. You just knew months ago when you were designing this ship with all of these things, you knew this day would come where you would need to rescue someone from the thrash.
Okay, so I'll go stealth first. And that's a 3.
Cool.
It's not very stealthy. Which is good to some extent because I do want Youngblood to hear me coming and call out if he can.
Should it be should it be like is it just 1 dice roll, or would it be an edge +1?
No, for ship ratings, it's just you roll the rating.
Got it, cool.
But yes, thank
Okay.
you for asking.
And I rolled a 5 and 2 2s.
Okay.
So many twists.
Yes, I know. Good thing
No turns, just twists.
Good thing I had a very
twists.
good idea in my back
Oops, all
pocket for
twists.
a tall shank. You go, and now I'm assuming you're going by sight or sound to try to find Youngblood in this. So could you also just sense or hunt? But it looks like you have neither of those.
No.
But you
No, I
can
don't.
use an edge.
I could use. Let's see. Perhaps. I don't know what would go with this. I was wondering if study would make sense for sort of like studying the landscape like to see, you're able to chart with studying. So I'm wondering if I made a note as we were
Like, oh,
as
he
we
fell
were
there.
Yeah, like I have a sort of general idea of when he fell off, and I'm using that as since I was on the helm when it happened.
What do you think, crew? Is that a good argument? Is that a good argument?
I don't think that's too bad. It's not too bad
I think
to
it's
me.
pretty good. I'd allow it.
It's pretty good.
All right, I'll allow it.
Yay.
Cool. So that's one, and then I don't quite remember. Tides is like going with the flow. Veils
So
is like
Tides is
being
read it
hidden.
off. Exploration, learning lore. Iron is force, determination, willpower, and Veils is shadows, ciphers, secrecy.
So how about my will to find Youngblood?
I mean, yeah, if the state of mind you want to be is in that state of mind,
determined
I will allow
to
it.
find
I
him.
will just keep that.
I'm
in mind
ignoring the
for-
pain of my shoulder.
Keep that in
and
mind for
determined.
things that may happen.
Okay, got it. All right, so it's 2 dice. Oh, 2 and a 1.
Okay. Many things happen simultaneously, relevant to all of you. The ship is stopped, and you know that the Manta Drake is somewhere nearby. Where it is, you're not 100% sure. But you begin to hear sounds coming from the thrash. Creatures, people, something around the ship. You're hearing a lot of sounds, motion, not huge sounds. It doesn't sound like the Manta Drake. It sounds like something smaller, but you're not sure what. And you're not looking for anything yet, so you're unsure. You also hear a very loud, is it a bird? Is it a monkey? Is it something else? Unsure. You then feel the ship shudder and vibrate like either something landed on it or hit it. And Vesh, in the Outrider, you hear, as you're going by very quickly, the sound of the engine is kind of overwhelming you, but you swear you're hearing sounds around you, and you're not sure if it's Youngblood or if it's something else, but the engine is just so loud, and you're going so quickly that you can't find him. You're like, wait, wasn't he over here? And you like find yourself doubling back, and you just can't hear his cries. But at the same time, you're starting to get a little nervous, because even though that manta did get hit by a giant tree at velocity, if you go directly to it, you and the Outrider might still make a fine snack. That said, to everyone, what do you do? Whoever can start.
I think Aizuesco is taking the time to try. I think the aspect damage is gone, but I think she's still disoriented
Very much, yes.
So I think she's trying to reorient herself, especially now knowing that Sprite and Visha are around again. She does her best to try not to be wild when people are nearby that she could potentially hurt. So,
and
reining herself
as you reorient yourself, that's a good time to mention there is a giant hole in the starboard side of the ship, and at the end of that giant hole is a giant manta drake talon that is as big as the ship itself, basically. Like, it's huge. Not literally, but like it's comparable. It's pretty close to the size of the ship, just broken off. But you all, as wild sailors, kind of get the thought, that's a decent amount of salvage we could probably get from that talon. So
Like, you ever crack open a big lobster claw? That's what I'm
yes,
thinking.
that is
Dang,
exactly the idea.
yeah.
Thank you for saying that. You might even be able to,
Okay.
Snacky.
you know, maybe you can use the shell for something if you have
Ooh,
the
some kind of
imagination
armor
for
or
it.
something.
So
Yeah.
all of this is running through your mind, and you still continually hear the sounds in the thrash around you. Visha, what about you? Out now that you have been kind of triaged very quickly by Sprite, who has diligently gone to work on you.
I think she takes a moment to reorient. And then we'll stand. I can't see, like, this is a closed room, right?
Yeah. Well, I think I would pass it all back to you. I think there's probably windows in this room. The ship is not that big. So I would say
Okay.
if you wanted there to be like a way to see out, that's fine. If you would rather have the engine room be in the interior with no walls, that's fine too. But I imagine that you'd be able to see out the side of it to see into the sea.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna go check out what the damage is while we're stopped.
Good idea. I'm going to see if Lau is hurt.
Good idea.
She would look at Izoesco like a.
Do you want me to leave you here? Or are you going to come with?
She does not meet your eyes, but I don't know if you can tell if it's because she's been thrown around a good chunk or if there's another reason. There's not really much of a response.
She waits a moment and then just.
If you need anything, just call for me, okay? I'll be back.
And she gives a little nod and will go out to the deck to see what the damage is.
Just, do you have sense?
I think I do.
Yeah,
Yes, I
sense
do.
and sharps make sense.
Yes, I have both of those. Double threes.
Oof, with a twist.
Yeah.
Ship's fucked up. That's your professional opinion, but you do think, well, at least we can probably use that giant claw for something.
Can I hoist her up?
Ooh. Oh, actually, hang on. I need to look at your sheet. What are you holding on you?
Not much.
Okay. Okay, got it. Yeah, you can try to hoist her up. That's gonna be difficult. You will probably want help.
Oh.
Skella, you were around on deck also, I assume still.
Oh.
Skell has climbed up to the observation tower, and he is just aiming his cannon down into the thrash where the manted dragon hawk thingy fell. And he is just shooting the cannon into the thrash.
Oh,
like
just blind fire. Oh, wow.
That is
I
what
love
Captain
it.
Vesh said. He said, "You want me to shell the forest?" And Captain Vesh said, "Yes."
Awesome.
Okay.
Okay. Make a hunt and instinct, I think, makes the most sense there.
A 5, a 3, and a 1.
And does for Visha's purposes, I believe, does the Spirit Reef have any rigging or?
We do have a survival station. Flares, flags, grapples, wraps, and emergency
Okay.
rations.
So I will zoom out a little bit for Visha. You definitely start putting together some kind of a rigging, like apparatus to try to pull this thing up. Before that, Izoesco, as you're in the engine room, kind of despondent. That battery that you saw Visha tinkering with, you think you must have gone crazy. The battery's gone. You have spares, so it's not like you guys are screwed. But that battery is gone.
I think her instinct would be to check the coupling, like where it connects, to see if it was yanked out via the jarring or if it was removed.
Excellent idea. I think that sounds like rattle or potentially
Rattle, yeah, rattle
sense?
is what I was thinking. Your sense is also, yeah, sense might be a bit better. Sense and instinct.
Yeah, sense instinct makes sense to me.
541.
The answer to your question is it looks like it was yanked somehow. This did not come free naturally. This kind of tore out. The damage is not it's easy for you to repair the damage to the compartment. But you're like, what would have caused this? And then you hear footsteps below deck.
Okay, I will go in that direction because who would be further below than where I'm at right now?
It's a great question. You go below and you see in the cargo holds, you see Lao and Needle and Sprite, and they kind of look at you. You look at them. Lao says, "Everything all right?"
A battery has gone missing.
I imagine many things have gone missing after that. Well, whatever that was.
This is a little different.
Meanwhile, Skell, you are blind firing into the thrash. Boom, boom, boom. Most of the time, you just hear the sounds of trees. A few times, you definitely hear the sound of cannon connecting with flesh. Once you find that spot, you just keep drilling back. You are just doing this for a while. You were pretty sure this thing must be dead, right? It's probably dead, but you just keep firing. But eventually, like, you realize before you got to the target, like, you were hearing movement in the trees. Your fire was scattering something. And you all below deck, Izuesco plus your undercrew, you still hear things in the trees around you as well. And Izuesco, you don't know where in the deck it is, but you hear like thump, like the sound of something landing again somewhere. Sounds very similar to what you heard just before you came down.
Then in that direction I'm going.
Skell will, as he takes the cannon off his shoulder and kind of looks around, he'll throw it on his back and clamber down to Visha. There is something in the trees.
Like what kind of something?
Movement.
Why don't you shoot it?
And he just pulls out the revolver and like, because we're above the tree, or we're
you're
on
above,
the trees.
Yeah, you're resting on the thrash, yeah.
I already did.
And it's still moving?
Yes.
Did you hit it?
It sounded like flesh exploding.
Oh. Should we go look?
No. Stay on the ship. Wait for the captain. Where is Izuesco?
In the engine room.
Do we hear the outrider?
You would definitely hear it. It's very loud. The stealth roll was not well rolled. Speaking of, Captain Vesh, I would like
Yes.
you to make one more roll to try to find young blood out here.
A 4 and a 2.
You hear from far away, "Yo, Captain, someone help me!" And you start turning in that direction. And then all of a sudden, through the trees, you jerk and you lose all motion. And you look and you see that your outrider is caught in a barbed wire net.
Okay.
And it is, you've wrapped around and you get no forward motion. You're just stuck.
a net.
It's like, imagine a
Okay.
net, but it's literally metal barbed wire.
Oh shoot. He's gonna try and rev the engine at first before he realizes that he's entangled in something. Oh shoot, this is bad.
No roll necessary. You are literally caught in a trap.
Okay. Well, he's gonna have to try and get himself out of this. I don't have anything good on me. I guess he's going to try and just He's gonna try and untangle the razor by hand and carefully as much as he can, but if he gets cut up doing it a little bit, I'm sure that's what's gonna happen. I am
so you don't
immune
have
to
hack. Oh, that's right. Your ardent ability.
So I'm immune to keen damage as well as bites and stings from small creatures. I'm not sure if that would apply to this
does
type
apply. Barbed wire.
Okay.
Yes, 100%. Yeah. So,
Okay, so
go ahead.
I don't have as much. I shouldn't have as much trouble handling it as far as getting damaged myself.
Yes, the wire
untangling
itself does
is
not pose
still-
a physical threat to you, but you do need to try to untangle the ship.
But yeah. What would I do for that?
So hack is one option, but you don't have any points in that. Maybe rattle, but again, you don't have any points in that. Break, but you don't have any points in that. So I think you're probably just
Damn, you're
rolling
fucked, bud.
I think you're rolling an edge here.
Shit.
Iron or tides, probably.
Yeah. And that's a 1.
You are
I live
trying
here
to
now.
untangle, and as you're doing this, you would get hit, but you realize your skin is so hard that the barbed wire does nothing. It just kind of like goes over your skin, think about it like calluses that are like rocks.
Because
Basically,
he got them calluses.
Yeah, but as you're
Over
doing
his whole
it,
damn body.
you hear, "Hey!" And as you turn to hear it, you see a butt of a rifle hit you in the face, and you black out. Izuesco, I believe you were investigating the sound on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, do you sense or hunt to try to locate whatever this is? If it's a person, if it's a creature on the ship that you're trying to track, or if there's another skill that you think is more appropriate.
I was gonna use sense and instinct, and I got
Excellent.
422.
If someone
not
has a
lucky
good twist
today.
for this, let me know. Not that you know exactly what is here, but you go up to try to find it, and you see out the window a large simian-like creature jump off the side of the ship, and you see it holding in its arm is your battery, and it starts swinging through trees away from you.
It's getting shot, my guy. How do I tell you? If she can see it,
Oh, you can see it, absolutely.
she is firing lightning, knowing it is going to be well and truly hacked because it is carrying a battery.
Absolutely. Roll. Let's see. I don't remember what I usually had you roll for that ability. It's been a while.
It was like Grace and Flourish, I think, is what I was doing.
Yes. But go ahead.
3-3.
Oh no.
So all right, whatever.
Well, I'm not going to make you get hurt from using your powers because that's boring. Let me think. You fire out into the trees. You're lightning, powerful, loud. Go. You miss this thing, it just goes into the treetops. And you hear the sound of people landing on deck above you. Visha and Skell. As Visha, as you are bringing up this manted claw, and Skell, as you were discussing with Visha what to do, you see coming out of the thrash a group of about 6 people scramble on deck from this coming out of the thrash.
Skell will push Visha behind him and point the revolver at them.
They look at you. They have weapons. They have swords. Some have basic firearms, not very many. You see a crossbow. You see a short bow. You see one of them has actually a few of them have is that kites on their back?
Yo.
And they kind of looking at you like you would a wounded animal, not really knowing how to approach it. And once you get out the revolver, they stop short.
This is not your ship.
They kind of look to each other. Well, now you see, we're off the tall shank, so technically we can take your ship.
You can try.
Yeah, I guess murder is an adequate defense to thievery if it's a ship, so...
What do you want?
Well, we did want the ship, but you're armed, so... maybe we'll let you go, I guess.
Are you hungry?
And you see this, I'll say this one is a Mothrin that's talking to you, doing most of the talking.
Oh.
No, we're just having a bit of good fun.
I like fun.
Thinking. Do you have any points in let me see, social skills? Skill?
No.
Oh.
I was
Absolutely not.
looking. No tides, no veils, no sharps,
sway.
no sway.
No grace.
No grace. So you're just talking. Visha, you can roll for what you're trying to do right now. And you can add a die because of your ability.
Okay. Trying to figure out what I should use. I'm looking. Can I use sense? Because of the second one. The second dot.
Oh,
in the
sure.
list.
Yeah.
Thing. Okay.
If you have veils, this would be perfect, but grace, I think, also is fine.
4-3-1.
Okay.
She tried.
Hey, no. Remember, D6 systems.
That's true.
Conflicts, you
Partial.
do what you want to do. It's just other things are happening too. You go incorporeal and go around these people who are kind of encircling your ship and try to get a vantage point on at least one of them. As you're doing
Maybe the
this,
leader.
yeah, the Mothrin who's talking, you look up and you see people in kites dropping from the tall shank from high above. And you hear the sound before you see it, but then you see it. An airship. I don't know if any of you have seen an airship before. I will leave that to you. Going to the tall shank way above. You might have more company. The Mothrin then puts up their hands. Okay. We'll just leave. Then, if that's okay with you.
Where did Visha go?
You see... Would he see you, Visha?
No, not until she says something.
Yeah, you look like back.
Well, actually, I think she can speak and still be.
Yeah, you can speak, but would you speak is another question.
If I'm behind Mothrin,
Yeah.
fellow. Maybe a little, maybe if I scare him, they'll be more likely to run fast.
Yeah. Izoesco, by the
the-
way, you have
The
started...
ship's haunted.
You have started to hear this talking and heard the people get on the ship. I will give you a few rounds to catch up. What are you doing as you have heard this, negotiation upstairs?
I think under normal circumstances, she would go up to try and find out what is going on, but her confidence is pretty in the basement right now, so she's going to grab another battery and just slot it in and just kind of hope that it's charged.
And thankfully it is, yes.
So that's what she does. Nothing less than that.
You see this ring of people begin to put their hands up and kind of back off. And it looks like they're about to jump back into the thrash if you allow them to.
Skull would allow them to.
You also hear the distant sound. The workhorse had cut off for a little bit, but now you hear it coming back to the ship. You think Vesh must have gotten Youngblood.
We need to move quickly. They know our location.
She would repair if the people are gone. Are they?
They jump off and they leave. Yep.
I didn't even get to scare them. I was going to scare them.
Why didn't you?
Well, you convinced them already. You did a really good job. You're getting better at the talking to people thing.
I think the gun helps.
It does. Though there is more company up there.
And she points.
And as
the
you see
airship.
that, a few things happened at the same time. You notice that the Outrider doesn't go to your ship. It just kind of passes by your ship and goes towards the tall shank. You then see the people that were coming down out of the sky with kites start to hook up some netting and these cables wrapping around it. and they start hoisting your ship, not the spirit route, but your outrider, and pulling it up the side of the tall shank, kind of like a, what would you call it? I don't even know the word, but essentially,
Yeah, like a pulley.
yes, essentially
yeah.
using like a pulley to pull it up. And you see unconscious in the outrider are Youngblood and Vesh.
Oh no!
Captain.
Oh, that's very not good.
And that is where we will leave off today's session.
Kidnapping!
Ah.
Thank you,
Taking a nap.
everyone, for watching our first session back. The crew's got some things to talk about, it would seem, and some problems of brewing. We will be back next week to see what happened to Captain Vesh, if these people are cannibals. They have
Oh,
some
God.
weird societal rules about theft and murder that seem to be going on. If Izuesco can get her groove back, and if the captain will ever remember that she can shoot lightning during a fight. These questions and more will be answered next time on The Breath Between Branches. I hope you all had a wonderful night, and we will see you again soon. Bye, everyone.
Bye!